Dear students, welcome to the science class. In the last class, we started with the chapter name as components of the food. In the previous class, we discussed about the various components which are going to come in the food chapter. That is nothing but what are they? Carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, roughage and dietary fibers, and water. In the last class, in the previous class, we also discussed about the from where does they are going to get those sources of those nutrients, that is nothing but from where we are going to get the carbohydrates. What is the main purpose of the carbohydrate? Why we should eat fats? Why should we eat proteins? Why should we eat minerals? Why should we intake the amount of roughage or water or fibers? Right. Now in the last class we discussed all about those things, why they are required for the purpose of the energy, for the purpose of the body movement, for the purpose of the protection from the diseases, for the purpose of the growth of our body, for the purpose of the stronger of the gums, bones and teeth. For that reason we are going to have those nutrients in our foods. That is nothing but proteins, carbohydrates, fats and minerals, vitamins, water and roughage. Right. In today's class we are going to discuss about the diet. What is diet? First of all, diet is nothing but it is the food we normally eat. The diet is nothing but the food we normally eat is a diet. Now for example, for the breakfast we are going to take poha. It is a diet. At the breakfast in the same manner we are going to eat idli, or we are going to take dosa in the morning time as a breakfast. It is also what? It is also a diet. Diet is nothing but the food we normally eat. Is it for lunch time? Is it for dinner time? Or is it for breakfast? Whatever we eat is known as diet. Right, that means nothing but diet is taking the adequate amount of food for the purpose of filling our hungerness. For the purpose of filling our hungerness. Right, somebody can eat more, somebody can eat less. Right, if you eat more, your stomach is very full, and if you eat less, your stomach is not very full. And there is nothing but the whatever you are going to eat is nothing but your diet. Right, next we are going to discuss about the balanced diet. What is means by balanced diet? Balanced diet. Balanced diet or diet. Now what do you mean by balanced diet? Diet, you know that diet is nothing but the food we normally eat. What is the major difference between diet and balanced diet? What is the major difference between diet and balanced diet? Now for example, you are going to eat food. For the what purpose you are going to eat the food? For what purpose you are eating the food? Just for the case for the you are feeling the hungerness? Is it for only for the hungerness? No. Why are you going to eat the food? For the purpose of the energy. You should become active. You should become active. You should be very active to do the activities. For the purpose of that, we are going to eat food. First, second condition, where we eat food for the purpose of our growth. Right? For our growth, we need food. Is that possible that directly eating food we are going to grow? No. In the same manner, why are we going to eat food? Right? For the purpose of growth, for the purpose of what? For the purpose of the energy, to do activities. Then what? For the purpose of the strongness. Our body will become stronger, our muscles will grow, our body will grow, our bones will also grow. For that purpose we are going to eat what? Food. In the same manner, for what purpose we are going to eat again? Just in the home they are prepared the food, for that purpose we are going to eat? No. For the various aspects, for the various importance of our living being, we are going to intake the food. Right? If you are going to intake that food, that diet, if it doesn't contain the nutrients which are required for the, or which doesn't contain nutrients which are required for the our body, the essential nutrients or essential components which are required for our body, if they are not present in the diet, then it is not a balanced diet. Balanced diet is nothing but the nutrients which are required for us. Like for the energy purpose, there should be carbohydrate. For the purpose of the high energy, there should be fat present. For the purpose of the growth, there should be protein should be present. For the purpose of the protection from the disease, vitamin should be present. For the purpose of the bones to become stronger, minerals should be present. For the purpose of the cleaning of our body or cleaning of the waste which is present in our body, the water should be there in that food. Right? If those things which are essential for our body, if they are present in the food, then that food is known as balanced diet. That food is known as balanced diet. Right? The food which contains essential nutrients in adequate quantities, or in essential quantities or in sufficient quantities, then that food is known as balanced diet. Or that food is known as balanced diet. Without those nutrients, if you are going to eat those things, you are not going to get energy. If there is a carbohydrate is not present in that food, then it is possible to do work? No. So that balanced diet is nothing but it is the combination of food which contains the nutrients which are going to help us in our body, which is going to help us for our body. So that we can say that balanced diet is nothing but it should contain good amount of carbohydrates, good amount of proteins, right? You can say that the food which contain adequate amount or good amount of which contain good amount of carbohydrate, which contain good amount of carbohydrate, right? The food which contains carbohydrate is essential for us, our body, for what purpose? For doing the activities. It is going to provide us with energy, right? So that carbohydrate should be there, and good amount of what? Good amount of fat should be there, right? We already discussed that fats are the very good source of the energy. Right? If you want more energy, fats are going to give more energy in less quantity. So that fat should be there in that food item. In the same manner, good amount of protein. Good amount of protein. Good amount of protein. Right? Proteins are going to help us in the what? For the building of body, for the growth of our body. So that protein should be there, and good amount of vitamins and minerals, good amount of vitamins and minerals, good amount of vitamins and minerals. Along with that what we also have roughage and water, right? Roughage and water, right? The food which contains good amount of carbohydrates, good amount of fat, good amount of protein, good amount of vitamins and minerals, along with that roughage and water, is known as good diet. Is known as balanced diet, right? Known as balanced diet. Balanced diet is nothing but the essential components which are important for our body should be there in the food. So that they should contain carbohydrates, fats, vitamins, minerals, proteins, water and roughage. So that all together this type of food is known as what? Balanced diet. Balanced diet. In general, if you want to write the definition of that balanced diet, you can write just only one line. That is nothing but balanced diet is nothing but food which contains the essential nutrients which are required by our body, which are required by our body. Essential nutrients is nothing but all those things. Right? It is clear. Now we are going to take an example of the balanced diet. Now take an example at the lunch time. We are having a chapati. I have chapati, curd rice, and vegetable curry, along with an apple. Vegetable curry or egg curry, whatever you have, you can write this. Now this much of food I have eaten for the lunch. Now I have to check that this food is a balanced diet or not. Is it a balanced diet or not? For that reason, I should check that all these food items contain the essential nutrients which are required by us for our human body. If it is not there, it is not a balanced diet. If it is there, then it is known as balanced diet. Now one by one we are going to check those things. Now first take the example of chapati. Chapatis are made up of wheat or atta, which is coming from the wheat. We already discussed in the previous class, wheat is a rich source of carbohydrate, Remember, right? All the nutrients, one food item may contain more than 2 to 3 nutrients, or it may contain all the nutrients. Right, one food item, for example, carbohydrate, chapati, that nothing but wheat may contain good proteins as well as carbohydrate. Right. Next, curd rice. Curd rice is nothing but rice will have the carbohydrate again. It has the carbohydrate. In the same manner, curd is made from the milk. Milk contains the proteins and some vitamins or minerals. In the same manner, vegetable curry. Vegetables are the rich source of the vitamins. Vitamins. They are the rich source of the vitamins, as well as they may contain carbohydrate. Along with that, they contain minerals. To make that vegetable curry, we require what? We require oil. That is nothing but good source of fat. They contain fat. Right. For making of the vegetable curry or egg curry, we require oil. Oil is nothing but it is a source of fat. In the same manner, apple, I am going to eat apple also. Apple is a good source of mineral. It is good source of mineral. That is nothing but iron. Along with that, some vegetables curry or curd rice, they are going to contain the water, and the vegetables are going to contain the roughage. That is nothing but dietary fiber. They may contain the dietary fiber. Now when you check my food items for lunch, they contain carbohydrate. In the same manner, they contain proteins, vitamins. Also, they contain fat as well as minerals, and they also contain dietary fiber in adequate amount of quantities or in essential quantities, so that whatever I eaten for the food for the lunch time is a balanced diet. Why? All the essential components which are required by us are present in this food item. If they are present in the food item, they are going to help me to have energy. In the same manner, they are going to help me in the growth. They are going to help me in the stronger bones and teeth and gums. All those nutrients are present in this food item. For that reason, this food item or this whole food item is known as balanced diet. Right? I hope this is clear about balanced diet. Balanced diet is nothing but the essential nutrients which should be present in the food which we are going to take as per breakfast, as well as for dinner, as well as for lunch, so that it is going to provide us with whatever important requirements are there, it should provide. Alright, I hope this is clear. Now in the next class, what we have to have to do as homework, you have to analyze your eating habits. You have to analyze your eating habits. You have to check whatever you are going to eat in a one whole week or for 2 or 3 days. For 3 days, you have to analyze. You have to write down all the items which you are going to eat, and you have to list those items if they are going to contain the carbohydrates, vitamins, lipids, proteins. You have to list those things. If your food item is containing those things, your eating habit is good. That is nothing but you are eating a healthy food, so that your growth can be shrinked and you will be in a good condition. You will be healthy. If you doesn't have this type of nutrients in your food items on a daily basis, that is nothing but it is not a balanced diet. So that make a list of those things. Make a list of those food items and differentiate between if they contain carbohydrates, vitamins, proteins. Try to check those things. If they contain those things, your food item those contain those things, then you can say that your food is balanced diet. I hope this much is clear about the balanced diet and about diet. Right? Balanced diet is very essential for the good health. It is very essential for the good health. If you have a balanced diet, you are not going to suffer any diseases. You are not going to suffer any diseases. You are not going to suffer health related issues. You will be stronger. You will play like anything. You will be best in your playing. You will be best in your learning. You will be best in your intelligence if you have a balanced diet. And it should be an adequate amount, not over, not be less. Next, we are going to discuss further about the things which are given in your textbook. I think it is clear about the what is balanced diet. Right. Now next, before preparing the food or before eating anything, what will you do? Now take the example of rice. What will you do? We are going to repeatedly wash the rice. In the same manner, before cutting the vegetables, we are going to wash the vegetables repeatedly so that they will be cleaned one. Right, there we are going to do those things so that we can get food which doesn't have the contamination, which doesn't have the unwanted things, so that we are going to repeatedly clean those things. Now, for example, vegetables we are going to clean. In the same manner, we are going to clean the fruits. We are going to clean the any other food items. The same way we are going to clean the rice with repeated washings. Now, if this continuous we are going to do, it is advocated that we should wash it one or two times. It is enough for to clean those things. If you continuously repeatedly washing those things, the vitamins or the minerals which are contained by those foods or carbohydrates which are contained by those foods maybe go away. They maybe go away. Right? Washed after cutting and peeling, they are going to go away. The result is the loss of the vitamins. So that repeated washing is not essential. It is not required. If you have to wash 1 or 2 times, it's enough. If you go on repeated washing, so that the contamination should go away. Along with that, you may lose the vitamins. You may lose the vitamins as well as the minerals which are present in the food components. So that while doing those things for that good for the balanced diet, it should contain vitamins as well as minerals as well as protein, so that repeated washing may wash away the repeated washing of vegetables. Washing of vegetables may leads to loss of vitamins. Repeated washing of vegetables may lead to loss of vitamins while cutting as well as peeling. Right, we have to wash the vegetables first, then we have to cut it into pieces. While doing those things, there may be a loss of what? There may be a loss of vitamins, so that more repeated washing is not required. Just small amount of washing is required so that contamination should go away. In the same manner, some of the skins of the vegetables which may contain, which may be having the vitamins, which may have the minerals, right? Which may have the vitamins, which may have the minerals, they may be go washed away. They may be lost of those vitamins and minerals by the repeated washing. The skin of the apple, for example, take the example of custard apple tree. Its skin has various importances. Same in the manner of the mango tree. The skin is will be rich in the vitamins which are helpful for us. In this manner, if you continuously repeatedly wash those things, the vitamins and minerals which are present on the skin may lose. That means repeated washing of vegetables may lead to the loss of vitamins and minerals which are present on the skin. These are the precautions we should take. We should repeatedly wash those things. In the same manner, repeated washing of rice may lead to essential components which are present on that rice to go away. In the same manner, when you repeatedly wash those things, we doesn't store the water which we are used for the washing. We are just going to throw away that water. If that water contains the essential components which are required by us, if we are going to throw away those things, is it possible to get that nutrient value to our body? No, it is not possible. So that after repeating washing, last wash water should be used for the purpose of to get the essential nutrients. Right? We shouldn't do the continuous washing and throwing away the water. In the same manner, water used for the washing of rice, it may be 1 or 2 times. Then third time you are going to use that water. So that the nutrients which are present in the rice should be utilized by us as our eating. Right? In the same manner, after doing these things, after doing continuously washing, sterilizing those things, what we have to do? We have to cook it. Why we are going to cook it? For the purpose of the taste. Right? Cooking increases the taste of that food item. Is it possible to directly eat the chicken piece without cooking? No. Mutton piece? No. Is it possible to directly drink the egg or eat the egg? No. Is it possible to directly eat the rice? No. For the purpose of the taste, we are going to cook it. Right? In the same manner, while cooking, it may be undercooked or it may be overcooked. But undercooked is good. It is not that we are going to undercook the food and we are going to eat it. Maybe it doesn't taste good. But overcooked food may lose the essential nutrients. Why? Some nutrients are on high temperatures, on hotness, they may lose their nutrient value. They may go away or they may lose the nutrient value. So that cooking of a food should be undercooked or not overcooked. For that reason, cooking of a food item never be overcooked. So that the nutrients doesn't lose their nutrient value. Right? If you continuously cook, for example, if you take the chicken, if you continuously cook that chicken is going to lose its nutrient value. We are going to eat as a tasty snack, tasty food, but it doesn't have that nutrient value. Because of that, we are eating. So that the food shouldn't be overcooked. In the same manner, vitamin C is a very essential source for the immunity. It is going to protect us from various diseases. If you overcook that food which contains the vitamin C may lose. Vitamin C may go away by overcooking. So that any food which you are going to eat, if it be able to have the nutrient value, then we have to cook it properly. It shouldn't be overcooked. should not be overheated. So their nutrient value should be there in that food when we eat it, which can be utilized by our body for the purpose of proper functioning of the body. Right. So that remember those things. These precautions should be taken care while cooking the food. Right. I hope this is clear. Why should we not overcooked, overwash, and why should we use those things in proper way? Why good diet means good nutrients. Good nutrients means which are present in the vegetables, plants. Vegetables, plants shouldn't lose their properties so that we shouldn't overwash or overcook. Right? I think this is clear. Now, if you analyze those things, now for the purpose of energy, what we require? We require carbohydrate as well as we require fat. If you require carbohydrate and fat, if you want energy only, if I change the carbohydrates and I continuously drink the oil as fat source for the purpose of the energy, is it going to give me the lot of energy? Is it going to give me the lot of energy? Yes, it is going to give me a lot of energy, but at a drawback. Why? If I continuously eat the meat only, if you continuously eat the fat content food, fat rich food, leaving the carbohydrates, since carbohydrates is a good source of energy. Fat is also a very good source of energy compared to the carbohydrate. But if I continuously eat the fats only, leaving behind the carbohydrate, what will happen? Yeah, it is going to give me energy. Along with that drawback, along with that problem. That problem is nothing but high eating of fats. Lot of eating of fats is going to give us obesity. It is going to give us obesity. Our stomach will become bigger and it leads to many problems. It is a health condition due to the maximum amount of intake of the fats. In the same manner, various nutrient deficiency or overeating of those nutrients have some problems. Those problems or those deficiency we can see in the next class. After this class, I think this is clear. Everything is clear. And in the next class, we are going to discuss about the malnutrition as well as we are going to discuss about the deficiency disease which are going to cause by the deficiency of the nutrients. In the next class, we are going to discuss about those things. And as a homework, try to make the list of your food item which you are going to eat, which you are eating in a week, and list those things. Along with that, write the sources of this carbohydrate, proteins, vitamins, fats, and minerals. If they contain those things, you can say that your food is what? Balanced diet. We have to check that you are eating a balanced diet or not. If you are not eating, we are going to change that diet. We are going to change our food habits so that we can eat balanced diet. So thank you. We are going to see in the next class. Thank you. Take care. Feel well and do eat good food and eat good balanced diet so that you will become powerful, stronger. Growth will be high as well as you will become immunity. Your immunity power should be increased. So that up to that point. Thank you.